Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight's call. Today is July 10th. I am traveling to Summit tomorrow. And then many of you guys, if you're getting certified, are traveling tomorrow. If not, you will be traveling on Wednesday, and we will be seeing each other over there. So I'm super, super excited. Make sure that you pack accordingly because New Orleans is hot and muggy from what I've been hearing. I've never been there. I think some of you have. So if you've been there, you already know. If you haven't, make sure you're dressing accordingly. However, when you are in workshops, from past experience, it is cold. I know that, I'm always cold. Yo soy friolenta, so I always have a little sweater with me when you're in workshops because it be freezing. So with that being said, make sure you pack a sweater as well. And Nilda, thank you so much for putting together our agenda while we are out there. So make sure that you print that out. She did it nicely. All days are in there from Wednesday all the way to Saturday because Sunday we, return. So make sure, guys, that you are present not tonight's call, on this morning's call, the National Wake Up Call with Becky Brose. If you did not listen to it, make sure that you catch it before you leave to Summit. And if you're not going to Summit, still catch it because she was amazing. She gave a lot of nuggets of things that you should be doing before Summit, while people are at Summit if you didn't go, and after Summit. So make sure that you listen to that call because that call is money. That call is going to tell you, what to do at Summit. Most importantly, be present. One of the things that she said, be present. I know we get excited and we want to be on our, on our phone, taking pictures and documenting everything. Not when you are in the sessions. When you are in the session, make sure that you're present, that you're taking notes, that you are, just taking all of the information and then going back to review your notes. Summit is incredible. The information that you're going to receive is incredible. The bonding is incredible. The parties are incredible. The workouts are incredible. I mean, I can't say enough about Summit. Beachbody definitely does an amazing job at putting these huge events. And guys, it's like 30,000 coaches going. So as you can imagine, it's a big thing. So, and it runs smoothly. Yes, sometimes you might have to wait a little bit to get into some of the places because it's 30,000 people. So you have to be patient. But it's going to be an amazing event. We wanted to kick it off tonight, though, with our guest speaker because he's been around for a hot minute, right? Since 2009, guys. And Tony Fernandez. He is one of our, he is from our parent team, Team Eagle, and he is one of the founding coaches. If you didn't know, he is Mickey's brother. And I don't know who's younger or older. I ain't even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there.
I will.
You will? Okay, but I'm going to leave that up to you. And then, I met him, at all of our various events. And obviously, this is why it's so important to go to our live events. And he is a father. He is a husband. He is also, like I said, one of the founding coaches of Team Eagle. He is a 2-star diamond coach. He has been in the aviation industry for over 20 years. And Tony is getting ready to retire to take his Beachbody business to the next level. He says to the next level, and I'm not really sure what that means because he's up there. So, but he is also in the Shift Shop test group, and he killed it. And, tonight's call, I wanted it to be about, he's going to take us back to when he became a coach, how he became, presented with first of all, with Beachbody and then with the business opportunity. And then he's going to then tell us a little bit about his Shift Shop experience and why everyone on this call and on this team and everyone that you are going to help should be doing Shift Shop. So without further ado, Tony, thank you so much for accepting my invitation to be on tonight's call, and take it away.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Let me start this right. There you go. Before, I'm looking at the screen on top, and Kim Cruz, I see she's working out, but she's kicking butt. I like that. That's what I do every time when there's a call. I'm working out. I'm like, all right, just put on my headset. That's awesome, man. Kim, kick ass.
Look, she waved at you.
Awesome. My name is Tony Fernandez. I started coaching back in 2009. Long time ago, right? So when it started, so day one, I was borderline diabetic. I was on medication for diabetes, and my cholesterol was like skyrocket, so I was on medication for that. I was in my 30s, and the doctor had me on these little pills, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in my 30s taking pills, like the little container that said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm like, not even my mother does this. I'm here to do this. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? So my sister, like you mentioned, Mickey Fernandez, my older sister, Mickey Fernandez, she saw the P90X infomercial. So she calls me, she's like, dude, you gotta do P90X, man. Because like Gabby had mentioned, I'm a full-time dad, I work full-time. So it was hard for me to get to the gym. As soon as I get home from work, I go pick up my kids, because my wife gets out of work later than what I do. So I pick up the kids from school, gotta do the homework, blah, 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 dinner and all that. So by the time I try to go to the gym, I have to go to bed. I wake up 4:30 in the morning to go to work. So it was perfect. I was like, oh, P90X. I was like, I don't know about working out today, because back then it was just DVDs. There was no Beachbody on Demand. Beachbody on Demand is amazing. So we had to pop in the DVDs. So anyway, she told me to order the DVDs. I ordered it. I listened to her for once, and I'm not gonna lie, it ended up in my closet. I didn't start right away, because like most men, we got an ego. We got huge egos. So I was like, I'm just gonna start going to the gym whenever I can. So I'm gonna go to the gym. I went to the gym for a couple of weeks, and my weight was going up. I'm like, damn, what the hell am I doing? I had no guidance. I don't know what. I just went to the gym. I used to go online, find workouts, and that's what I did. But the nutrition was not there. The support was not there, which is huge. That's why Beachbody is amazing, because the support is like number one. So finally, I pick up these DVDs. I was like, all right, let me give this a try. So I'm gonna try it so I can tell her it didn't work, right? So I popped in the DVDs, and I'm not sure if you guys know about P90X, but P90X's first workout was what was it? Chest and back, I think it is. Yeah, one of those workouts. So you have to do pull-ups, and here I go. I hook up my pull-up. Actually, I used my daughter's room because I had nowhere to put this pull-up bar, and I couldn't even do one pull-up. I'm like, are you kidding me? So listening to Tony, he's like, get a chair, use a chair for support, put your leg on it, and then that's how I was able to do my pull-up. So I started modifying everything, because my back was like, forget about it. It was every other day it used to go out on me. So I modified pretty much the first 2 months of the program. And when I started, I was 255 pounds. Mind you, I've always been a slim guy growing up. I was always been a slim guy in my 180s, 190, whatever. So my first round of P90X, I went down to 195. And that was modifying the first 2 months. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I didn't believe it. So I was like, I'm doing another round. So I went back to the doctor, because I had my blood work and all that done at the beginning of my P90X journey. So at the end of the 90 days, I went back to the doctor to get my blood work done again, just to see where I'm at. And the doctor was like, whatever you're doing, continue doing it. I'm going to take you off this medication and just continue doing whatever you're doing. And I'm like, wow, like that right there was like a life changing for me. And not only that, is like, you guys know I have kids. I'm very involved with my kids. My kids are into sports, soccer, baseball, and I'm always on the field with them. And back then I'll go pitch the ball like for like one inning, and that's it, I'm done. I'm dying. I couldn't. So once I finished this P90X craziness, I was out on the field And I was like, they were tired. I was like, no, let's keep going, you know. So it was amazing. I was off the medication. I was with my kids, and the bond was like so amazing. So my sister was the first one to get into the business. I joined as a coach because I love the products, you know. So I was like, hey, why not? You get a discount. So I did it for the discount. And then my sister finally, you know, I was telling her about it. But once she saw my transformation, she's like, oh, I'm going to do it. So she joined, and then she got her transformation. Then she started working the business. And that's when Saudi came aboard. My other sister, Edie from Orlando, she came on board before Saudi. But that's when the team started growing. And that's when Mickey was like, we need a team name, whatever. We're going to blow this up. And she had the vision from day one. My sister had the vision. So what I did was I just got on that bus with her, and I was like, let's go, let's do this, you know. And fast forward to today, I mean, we're over like 10,000 coaches. It's amazing. I heard all these stories about coaches, you know, blowing up and huge teams, and I was like, wow, that's awesome, but that won't happen to me. Going back to the ego thing, I'm like, nah, that won't happen to me. And it did. And it's just about staying consistent, you know, about staying consistent and continue pushing. So with my story, with my health and fitness, whatever. So I was doing good. That's when Insanity came out, whatever. Started doing Insanity. Fast forward to before we started with the Shift Shop. I was doing Body Beast, which I love Body Beast. So I was putting on weight. I'm not going to say muscle. I was putting on weight. So here I am thinking, oh, I'm getting some weight, but it was mostly body fat, whatever. And that's when my back started going out again on me, because I have I'm sorry I didn't mention it, but I have a herniated disc in my L5, S4 vertebrae, whatever. So the extra weight, my body cannot handle it, you know. So, and that's when Shift Shot came along. I got the email, and I'm like, why me? Like, why are they choosing me? So my sister Mickey was like, yo, brother, you better do it. You know, this is you right now. You got to do it. So I jumped on board. And the thing with Shift Shop, I didn't lose like crazy weight. A lot of people lost a lot of weight. Because I already, right before I started the Shift Shop test group, I started with eating healthy, you know, 100%, and exercising. So I was already, my weight was declining. I was feeling better. But then when the Shift Shop started, it was not so much about losing the weight. It was just like that mindset. I mean, it just totally changed me. What I was doing with Shift Shop was like the first week, like the first time I did a workout, like the Speed 25, whatever. I did a workout, but then after I was done, my wife thought I was crazy. Like I go upstairs, I shower, whatever. I put the DVD. I played again. I played the video again just to listen to his positiveness, like and that just kept me pushing harder. I told Chris like this not too long ago, and he was amazed. He was like, "What? Really, dude?" Like, and that's why I love the program, because it was not only about my health and fitness, whatever. It's just your mindset, you know, and it's helping me. It's just trickling over with my business. You know, I was hitting the plateau, going back with my weight and with my back issues. And my business suffered a little bit because I was like, how can I help somebody if I'm not doing it? You know, I'm having these health issues, and I stopped. I stopped recruiting or whatever. But now it's like doing the Shift Shop. It was like, it's pretty much like, dude, just go for it, man. You know, like, why not you? Again, with the, I heard this, I'm not sure where I heard it, was with the ego. Your ego is not your amigo. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep that ego out, and you just keep pushing forward. So the challenge group, like these, I don't know, Gabby, you're doing your Shift Shop challenge. I mean, I highly recommend everybody to join. Even though you're doing what a program, join this challenge, because it's gonna change you. It's gonna change you 100%. The support of the team, it's just amazing. And just listening to Chris or his positive acclamations, oh my goodness. That dude is amazing. And one reason I really connected with him was just listening to his story. You know, where he came from, he had it bad. You know, he could have given up. but he kept on pushing. He used that shift shop mindset, and look where he's at now. And now he's just helping everybody. So this program, when it comes out next week, oh, I'm doing it again. What? I am doing it again. And yeah, so that's pretty much my story, you know. So, and I'm sticking to it.
I have a few questions.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, and then I'm gonna open it up for anyone who has questions for you. So I'm gonna ask some business questions first, and then I'm gonna move on to Shift Shop. So.
Sorry, I didn't talk about the business. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go.
So let's see. So what made you decide to work the business? I mean, I know that you started, as you said, first, and I think that's actually the best way to start, the way you did, which is, you had some concerning health issues, and you had to change that. Like you said, you were in your 30s, and and I can relate to that story because Jorge, he comes from history of high cholesterol, and he was being put on cholesterol medication when he turned I think it was when he turned like 39, 40. So he was like, yo, like, I can't, like I can't be on this. Like, I'm young, and then they tell you it's for like the rest of your life unless you change your habits, right? And so that's what he's always been active, but his nutrition was like his biggest weakness. And so, that's why he was on board with me since day one. Let's do this together. So for you, I love that, and I think the majority of the coaches, some coaches come for the business, but the majority come because they need that health transformation, that physical transformation. But what made you decide, that, what, I'm going to do this business?
Well, actually, I'm not gonna lie. It was seeing my sister in Saudi. Like I said, I heard a lot of stories about people, doing amazing with this business, but I didn't know anybody close to me that actually did it. So I didn't believe. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't believe. So once I seen the girls, I was like, wow, this is true. So you could do it. And what pretty much everybody got to do is just dig deep, write down your story, man. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. And from your story, you're going to get your why. What's your purpose? Why are you doing what you're doing? And once you have that there, you write it down and you have your purpose in front of your face, you're going to be like, okay, there are days you don't want to work the business, the days you don't want to go to work, whatever. Look at that purpose and you'll be like, man, I have to go. It's like a wake up call, keep going, keep pushing. So yeah, like I said, seeing them working it and actually seeing like a paycheck, I was like, let me give it a try. Let me see if I could do this. Because like a lot of men say, this is a woman's business, and why that is because men got the freaking egos, plain and simple. Back when Beachbody business really started, the first 3 years, it was male coaches that were top coaches. It was male coaches because they were going full speed. I don't know what happened. They pulled back, but anyway, I started working in it and I was like, all right, I got a paycheck. I was like $20. I was like, oh, snap. I got $20. Woo! So I had my why in front of my face, not knowing what I was doing. I was just like, okay, I want to do this for my kids. Like Abby said, I was in aviation for 20 years or so. And in the aviation field, like that's one of my passions, which, there's nothing wrong with having multiple, but I'm looking at work, I'm sitting at work and I'm looking at the other techs and I see like a lot of older guys like working third shift, which is graveyard shift. And I'm looking at them, I'm like really like, wow, man, these guys are like 60, 70, and they're still working. And some of them are like walking slow because they have like knee issues or whatever. And I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to get to that. And the winters for us is brutal. There are times, planes break down. We outside, we have to fix it outside. It is what it is. So I don't want to be doing that. I'm like, nope. So I keep that in my head. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, nope. So that's another turning point was like, damn, these guys, man, like, I mean, like, I felt bad for them. I'm like, I can't be like that. I don't want to be like that. So I started, working the business. Not gonna lie, I treated it like a hobby. You treat your business like a hobby, you're gonna get paid like a hobby, $20, $30, whatever. So I took it more serious. I pretty much every day was like an hour, half an hour. I would say half an hour, an hour. I was send out. I'll talk to people about the business, about joining me. There was no challenge group back then. When we started, there was no such thing as challenge groups. So it started growing little by little. I became an emerald. I'm like, oh, snaps. I got a team. I got 2 people. I'm an emerald. Woo! And then I hit ruby. And then once I hit diamond, I was like, wow, I'm freaking out. I'm a diamond. And that year went to summer, you got recognized on the stage and stuff like that. Then I got the 1 star, then the 2 star, and it kept on growing. So I went from a hobby, working it 100% yet. I would say like it's like a part-time thing, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Every day, Beachbody's on my mind. I'm in that back office every day. I'm looking around. I'm contacting my coaches. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, you're about to go inactive. I'm, sending messages and stuff like that. So it's been growing, and what took me 20 years to build in aviation, I did it with Beachbody like in 4 years, 3 years, So my income with Beachbody is more than my income with aviation. And it's bananas, it's crazy. So 2 more years, hopefully 2 more years, I'll be able to retire from aviation. And the only reason I'm doing it for another 2 years is this way I can stay with the flight benefits. I like to fly for free whenever I want. So in another 2 years, God willing, I would be able to retire, and then I'll work my Beachbody full time. And like I said, take it to the next level, which means start ranking up, building a bigger team. And that's the goal. Yeah.
Wow. So before we continue, I don't know it by heart, but Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success with the business, with the Team Beachbody opportunity. Listen here.
Yes.
You mentioned income.
Disclaimer there. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Disclaimer. So.
Yeah, it all depends. It depends. If you could have like years, whatever, but you have a coach that started last year and they're way ahead of me. It all depends how much you put into it.
You heard, Tony. You're cutting in and out.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're cutting in and out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it me or is he cutting in and out? No, is it me? Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. All right. So, all right, cool. So that's amazing. I love that you touched upon, and I think this, if you take something away from all of this, is that, we inspire other people to do what we're doing. He inspired his sister to get her fitness, right, and her nutrition and her health back into gear. And then she discovered, even though he had already seen the business opportunity, he wasn't a believer yet, but she saw the vision, like he said earlier. And then she said, well, I'm going to do it, right? But because she did it, and then Saudi came along, and also, and then Edith, his other sister, and he was inspired. He was inspired by them all. And so I think that's important to always keep in mind, that even though right now you might not be inspiring your family or friends, if you stick to this and you continue to do what you believe in, people are going to be inspired like he was, right? And now, it was Tony, and then it was Tony and 2 people, and he became an Emerald coach. And then look, there's 10,000 plus people under Tony. So that is, that's crazy.
People, yeah, like you said, yeah, people are always watching. They're always seeing what you're doing. Even the so-called haters, whatever, they're looking to see, oh, let me see if this guy's gonna fail. He's gonna give up. He's gonna do something else, something different, whatever. And they just keep on watching. But eventually, then we're like, damn, I want to be part of that. They start seeing the pictures, the events. That's why it's so critical to go to all these events whenever you can. Show up to these events and just post your pictures. You're hanging out with your friends. You're having a good time. But that's what people want. They want to fit in. They want to be part of this tight family.
Okay, 2 more business questions, and then I have a shift shop question for you. So this one is, what advice or what is the best piece of advice you have for people who are new to the business or people who fell into a slump in the business?
Okay, I could answer that because I was both. I was new and I was in a slump. So sometimes we overcomplicate things for those that have been the coaches for a while. And we start going crazy. We're like, oh, I have to create my own website. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. And it's pretty much just keep it simple, stupid. That's it. Keep it simple. So like when I went to my slump, whatever, it's just going back to the basics. Start over with the coach basics. Start like if you're a brand new coach. Reinvent the wheel. So it's just going back to the basics. Do your battles behaviors. And just invite every day, and don't approach people like one thing. I mean, I've done this before, and I know it doesn't work. That's why I'm saying this. But approaching people is just try to make that connection. Try to make new friends. Try to ask them what they're about, what they like. Ask them about their family, what you do for fun or whatever, and then eventually the Beachbody, will come up. They're going to ask you, what do you do? Whatever. And like, oh, I work aviation and I help people on the side, to lose weight. Like, oh yeah, I need to lose weight. Well, what is that? And that's when I start talking about my challenge groups. But I don't do this anymore. I used to before was like, join my challenge, buy P90X, let's do this, whatever. And that's like a big, huge turnoff. So just make that connection. That's the number one key I can say right now. Make that connection and just make friends, It's just even like a little hello, how's it going, whatever. How's your day been coming along, whatever. Just something simple, And then that bond just grows, and that's when you start taking it from there.
Awesome. Yes, keep it simple. Keep it simple, and I think that's huge because, like you said, sometimes we overcomplicate it. We get FOMO, fear of being left out. And just because, oh, that's a nice website, or she has a successful page, or she's ranked, and then we want to do more than what you said, the 4 vitals, and really connecting with people. So, and really that's what it is. So one of my coaches says, she says, oh, okay, and of course I forgot the line. Amy, what is it that you say? You say,
keep the main thing the main thing, Gabby.
Keep the main thing the main thing. Right?
I like that.
Keep the main thing the main thing. Thank you. And I love that. When she first said that to me, I was like, yes, keep the main thing the main thing. This is a health and fitness company, and that's what we do. We help people get healthy and fit and change their lives, right? And live healthy, fulfilling lives. So Tony, the next question before I go into the shift shop question is this. What was the one thing you wish you had known about when you first started that you weren't aware of?
Oh. What could that be? When I first started, I would say just that's a good question. When I was first started, I'm going back to 2009.
Right. Just work the business, right?
Just work the business. Yeah, it's just going for it, and stop the procrastination, stop the BS, stop, putting all these excuses in front of you, because that's what I did before. Like I said, I was like, oh, that's not me. You hear all these stories. I wish I would have been like, hey, why not me? Let me see what I could do. Why not me? Let me go for it. Let me, give it a try. What's going to happen? People say no. Oh, well, next. So I wish I would have just gone for it from day one. That's it.
I love that. And then a shift shop question is, you started with P90X. P90X is actually, why is my, okay, here we go. P90X is actually the program that I was introduced to Beachbody with back in 2008. Back in 2008. Jorge bought it. I don't even know where he bought it, to be honest. I don't know if he bought it on, on Beachbody or I don't know. All I know is that I was working out to an hour workout, right? So you've done that. Obviously, you lost 65 pounds the first round? So that's a hard program, right? That's a really hard program. I didn't finish the first time I tried it at all. I was trying to find an excuse not to do it. Or it would wake me up at 5 in the morning and I was like, dude, this is crazy. So, you being around since 2009 and trying out so many different, amazing Beachbody programs, why do you think that Shift Shop is so different? Why do you think that Shift Shop, is so effective?
Well, because Shift Shop is not only about your health and fitness, it's about your mindset. It's gonna help you change your mind, the way you think, the way you see things, and that's gonna help you in everything in life. Like I said, I did a Shift Shop test group, and it helped me with my business. It helped me take my business, pushing it forward, getting out of that slump. It wasn't just about the workouts. Like I said, I didn't lose a lot of weight. I lost a couple of pounds. It was nothing, out of this world. But the way I see life now is it's just crazy. You guys got to do it, man. You got to see. I can't even explain it, because every day, every workout, he has his different sayings, and the dude's amazing. The dude's amazing. So it's gonna shift your mind. Woo! You won't believe. It's amazing.
He's funny too. He's funny like you.
He's a character.
He's a character. When you're like pushing and you can't, you think in your mind you can't do it, it's almost like he gets in your mind. He knows that you're struggling and he says either the right thing or he makes a joke and he really just pushes you. I'm going to open it up for the coaches to see if anyone has any questions for you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Go. Ladies first.
Well, you just said something that my brain just went, because you said your ego is not your amigo. And I was like, yes, say more about that. So can you say more about that? Because I think I know what you mean. I could define what you probably mean, but I'd really like to know what you mean.
Well, the reason I had to say that because every time I let my ego get in the way, nothing ever came out of it. Nothing positive came out of it. I stood in that slump. I stood in that hole. So that's why I say it's not your amigo, because it's like an enemy. What the enemies do, they want to hold you down. They want to hold you down to their level. So by me saying it's not your amigo, it's like, okay, whatever, you get out of here. Take the ego out the way, and I'm going to move forward. I'm going to, progress. So the ego is your damn enemy. So goodbye, ego. But what I was going to say earlier about the Shift Shop, as far as the mindset is concerned, when my back rule was given out, there was times that I would stop working out. Like let's say we're doing squats or whatever, and I feel like a little. I don't even feel it, but I'm like, oh, I know the pain's gonna come, and I will stop. I will stop. So with the Shift Shop, it's just, I don't know, it just clicked the switch in my head, and I just continue. And if I got to modify, I'll modify the moves. I'm not afraid to say, I got to modify, I'll modify. And that's what just helped me finish the program. I completed the program that now even I don't know how the hell, but I'm doing all the moves like 100%, which at the beginning, at the first week, oh my goodness, I was a hot mess. I was a hot mess. But just by modifying, going at my own pace, it built the strength and it helped me to push harder the next day. And not like the injury, I don't even worry about that because I know it's not coming, and I continue, you just keep it in my head. It was like, keep that core tight, keep your core tight, continue pushing. And I'm now, like I said, I'm able to finish the workouts.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just going to piggyback off of that because I know that on week 1, the 25 minutes, I started with, when I became a challenger, when I joined a challenge group, my first program was T25 and it was 25 minutes. So when I knew Shift Shop was 25 minutes the first week, I was like, yes, I can do 25 minutes because fitness is not my forte. Like, it really isn't. And I could agree with you 100% that there's a shift that takes place and you don't even, and I think it's, has everything to do with the things that he's saying to us. And then we believe that we could do it, it's a shift within ourselves that we can do this. And it just became a responsibility that I needed to do this for myself. And 25 minutes were hard. The first week I was like, damn, I thought it was 25 minutes, but it's hard, and like you said, he would say things like, it don't matter how you cross that finish line, even if you're crawling, just make sure you cross it, and that really helps you to say, you know what? It doesn't matter if I modify. It doesn't matter if I'm crawling. It doesn't matter if I have to take a break, to catch to take a sip of water or to take, to breathe or whatever, I'll finish it. And, there's a point where he even modifies, in one of the workouts. And he's like, oh, did you think, he talks about ego a lot. He goes, oh, did you think my ego is so big that I wouldn't be able to do this, that I wouldn't humble myself to these workouts? And so the fact that he connects with us on that level, he's the freaking trainer and he humbles himself because the workouts can get hard, because maybe you push too much, because maybe you had a tough day. So I totally agree with you. It's a total mind shift. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at the schedule and it was like, okay, the last week, super speed 50, I'm like, wait a minute, 50 minutes of this? Are you kidding me? So, but the last time I did super speed 50, it went so fast because I was just going full force, going hard. And when I was done with the workout, I'm like, wow, I did get stronger. And I'm talking about my mind, because I continued pushing. I finished the whole program. And the 50 minutes were like this. I was like, It's amazing. It's amazing.
I think you hit it. You nailed it. It's the mind that gets stronger. It's not even your body. I mean, yes, your body, that's the second effect to it. But like if you tell your mind that you could do it, then you could do anything. And by the way, Tony comes out in the Shift Shop, the agility markers video that the Beachbody made. Oh, yeah. I saw you. I was like, oh, because I remember you posting that video.
Yeah.
So he comes out, so that's pretty cool. Anyone else has any questions for Tony?
Not necessarily a question, but I did want to thank you for sharing your story tonight, because just listening to you the whole time, you reminded me so much of my husband. He also is almost 40 and he's already on medication for diabetes, and he's also has a condition where his joints become inflamed and he has to take meds for that in the morning. And just trying to get him to
I got that too, girl.
So just trying to get him to like really commit and like really like go full force and do this. I feel like, he does the same thing. Like he'll be working out and then he'll feel something and then he'll be like, yo, whoa, forget it. And I'm not going to do that move. And, he'll take a step back. And I think, I'm not sure if it's a fear of hurting himself or.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Or if, yeah, I question it. Is it the ego thing like you mentioned, or is it really just a fear of hurting yourself? Because I know he does have issues with his back too, and then one false move and that's it, he's bedridden for like a week. But I just listening to you gives me hope.
No, there is hope, yeah, of course.
He's gonna join me starting on Monday, and I'm really excited to see him go through that shift and me be his cheerleader. And
awesome.
I'm gonna have him watch this replay.
Yeah. Now, how much does he need to lose?
Like 100.
Like 100? Okay, so What I could recommend
is the same numbers as you. So he has the same exact story. He's around 260 now, and all his life he was the thin, slender, athletic guy, and it's hard for him to feel this way and be on so much medication and stuff like that. It's he doesn't see himself like that.
You could do it, man. You could do it, brother. You could do it. What I can say is have him like the first round, because he's gonna do more than one round. I know that. Just modify the whole workout.
Mm-hmm.
Modify the whole thing, and this way he won't get injured or tweak his back or whatever. Even if he feels he could do it, just modify the whole first round. And then the nutrition.
If he feels that he can, you suggest that he should modify anyway.
Just modify it. Just modify it. Don't worry about it, because he's gonna go from doing nothing to doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Trust and believe the modification is no joke, but it's gonna be good for his joints, for his back. Reason he has issues with his joints is because the overweight. It's a lot of pressure on his joints. So modify the first round and follow that nutrition guide to a T, man. You can't go wrong, because some people say, oh, it's 50% nutrition, 50% the workouts, whatever. I say it's 100%. 100%. You give the workout 100%, and you give your nutrition 100%, you're gonna see huge results. So tell them, do that first round, modify.
Oh, you froze.
Modify the whole damn thing, and then just go with the nutrition.
I'll do that. I'll let him know he has to eat green things.
That's right.
I love it.
Thank you, Tony.
You're welcome.
Anyone else?
Yes. Hi, I'm Migdalia. I also, I'm only 35, so when I was like 33, I was put on all these different medications for fibromyalgia, sciatica, neuropathy, a bunch of different ailments that I actually feel. Go, Mari. Sorry, my sister's next to me and you're hearing her echo. So, I mean, Beachbody has actually helped me get off of a lot of medication and feel a lot better. Now, my question to you is, I'm trying to build a business now, and I have a lot of trouble just being consistent with my inviting. I guess because I feel like a salesperson, and I know it's not about selling, it's about sharing and sharing your story and letting everybody know, but I get ignored so much that sometimes it feels really like, and I do personal development every single day, but sometimes it feels really hard to like put myself out there and stay consistent with the invites and stay consistent with following up when people have ignored me 3-4 times already.
Right.
And then I know I keep adding to my network, but at the same time, it's like I don't want them to think that I'm adding them just so that I could try to get them to join me. You know what I mean? So how do you, I know you said in the beginning, you used it like, it was a hobby and then it became a business. So how did you go from one step to the other and remain consistent?
Well, like I had mentioned before, it's just making a connection. It was like in my social media, I mean, recently with the Shift Shop test group, I was posting my Shift Shop workouts and stuff like that. But you don't see any Beachbody stuff on my page. I don't post no Shakeology pictures, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
And they see that, and that's when they're like, oh, this person's just trying to sell that, So, like I mentioned before, it's just making that connection with them. The ones that tell you no, though, first of all, they tell you no, which means no, not right now, but they're still watching you, girl. Still watching you. So just continue sharing what you're doing. Don't go too crazy with putting products on your page or whatever like that. You're doing your workouts or whatever, and just be you, be real, and they will come around. They will come around.
Everybody says it. I think it's time to just like trust it, and like they say, trust the process, trust
exactly.
the works. Oh yeah, okay.
Make that connection. Don't feel like too pressured. A lot of people are like, oh, I gotta sell this person the challenge pack today. No, it's not about that. Like we say, it's about helping people. So it's just make that connection. Find out what they like, what they're into. Just start conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually it'll get to you. Like, oh, what do you do? Whatever. And, I help people lose weight, and that's what helps me. And like for men, like the same men, it's harder for men. And for the man, for the husbands out there, back up your wives, your girlfriends 100%. Because this shit is real.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
I cursed, I'm sorry.
that's perfect. It's so real. I love it.
That's nothing new.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay, cool.
This is Team Ivan. Wait, actually, I shouldn't say our team name with that. But anyone else has any question? I love that, you know, you guys are all, this is why Tony said earlier, you know, you got to share your story because, you know, you never know when your story is going to connect, you know, with that person, with the, you know, a different person, or, you know, like Nilza, right? It's her husband. She thought about her husband right away. So, and then in this scenario, it was, you know, Chula, Dalia, who can connect with his story. So it's so important to always be telling your story. Anyone else?
I have a random question. Can you hear me? Wait. You can hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay. Is the Shift Shop program anything like compared to Asylum? Wait 1 second.
Hi. Asylum. That's the only program I have not done yet. But it's a sports type program. But with the Shift Shop, you have weight training, so it alternates every other day. So you do like a cardio, then a weight training, lightweight, you know, fast paced type of training. But it's like football type of drills, which Asylum is pretty much the same. But Shift Shop, I mean, with the weights, I mean, I love doing weights. It's an amazing program. So it's I think Sean T's a little too crazy sometimes. Just a little.
That's understatement.
Yeah. The Shift Shop, it's like it's a slow pace than compared to what I've seen with Asylum. So
Like a 22-minute hardcore, but harder.
something like that. Yeah. Every program has its purpose. That's what I love about Beachbody. You know, there could be a program that you're gonna connect with, and then you stick to that. And there could be a program somebody else connects with. You know, so but the only way to find out is just do more.
I don't know. I did 22-minute hardcore, but I did feel like Shift Shop. I don't know. Maybe because, you know, I'm being biased. I feel like Shift Shop is hard, and I think it's because, of, like you said, it's like you know, he comes from that background of training athletes.
Yeah.
So I feel like, you know, not to take anything away from Tony because workouts are amazing, and he's training our military, right? I think they're just two different workouts. They're both challenging, but Shift Shop is the mindset thing that gets to you.
One day it's weights and one day cardio. One day.
Oh yes, that part, yes. That part, yes. We have a few more minutes with Tony. Anyone else has a question for him? No? Okay. Well, thank you, Tony, so much for jumping on tonight's call. Thank you for, you know, being so candid with your story and just sharing everything about, you know, how you started with Beachbody, how this transformed into an amazing team of 10,000 plus coaches. And, you know, and that was because of people who, you know, first you inspired your sister and then your sister inspired you. And it's just you know, like a domino effect. So let's just stay consistent, guys, and definitely keep the main thing, which is sharing your story, doing the 4 vital behaviors, you know, and just really showing up every single day and doing the 4 vitals publicly on social media so people know that you are a coach, that you are here to help them live healthy, fulfilling lives. For those people who are traveling tomorrow, have safe travels. That includes me. Wednesday, have safe travels, and we will see you in New Orleans.
See you Wednesday.
Thank you so much, Tony. Really appreciate you
Welcome.
spending tonight with us. Bye, guys.
Everybody, good night.
Good night.